Hi, welcome to Stitch and Chat. My name is AC Wilson, and this week we're going to be making the Little Loaf Cat. Um, these are Little Loaf Cats. They just look like a little loaf of a kitty cat here. You don't have to do all the little designs, but it's fun to have fun with them and put some designs on them, give them their own little character. Doesn't matter what color you use, loaf cats can be any color that you want. So today's loaf cat, I am going to be using this vibrant pinkish color, but since it seems awfully bright on the screen, I'm going to be working with the light blue for our main color. Should be a little bit easier to see. So for those that don't know, I'm going to go ahead and pull up what you need to have with you if you're going to be making the same as me. I have an F hook. I have a yarn needle. I have a pair of scissors. I have some 9mm safety eyes. I have some stuffing and the 2 colors of yarn. So if you're interested in making the exact same thing as me, I'm using a size 4 yarn, which is just your basic acrylic. You can pick this up pretty much anywhere, worsted weight type yarn. All right, well, I guess we will go ahead and get right into it. Let me pull up our pattern today. We're doing the Little Loaf Cat. Let's see here. And I've got it set up so we should be able to see my hands here, but I want to change our view here, and I'm new to this, so please bear with me for just a minute. That's more even. You can see my hands. You can always adjust things if needed here like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on our Little Loaf Cat. Like I said, we're going to start out with our, can't see that, can you? F hook. It's an F hook, I assure you. I'm using a Susan Bates, which is like the inline versus the, I think it's called inline. Got my blue yarn. So here we are with our needed supplies. One more time, your medium weight yarn, your F hook, your scissors, your stitch marker if you need it, which I'm just going to be using a scrap yarn, and I'll show you how I do that today. You can use stitch markers. I use stitch markers more when you have to mark a piece, some like an odd number somewhere. It's designed for an advanced beginner. I'm expecting that you already have a general knowledge of crochet to be here. I'm going to go ahead and take my hands down for now. I'm expect that you already have like a general knowledge of crochet. If you're here, you understand with single crochet, double crochet, chaining, joining, finishing off, weaving in ends, all the basics. As you can see here, I'll make this bigger for you. Oop, maybe the other way around. Let's see here. There we go. If it says single crochet SC2, 2SC, it translates into single crochet in the next 2 stitches. When you see the 2 before the SC, it means that's when you're going to do 2 into 1 stitch. So I hope that kind of helps a little bit. But I'll be walking you through this whole pattern anyways. Nothing to worry about, friends. So we're going to start right here with our magic ring and 8 single crochet in that magic ring. Now, I made this pattern because I like to give away things to people. I like to give things people. I like people to have happiness. I like to make tiny little things that if I was doing an event, anybody could come up and come buy a little something and go home with a little something happy in their pocket. So for magic ring, I do 2 loops around. I don't know if anybody else does this. I do 2. Makes a real nice tight magic ring, but it gets a little tricky, and I'll explain that when I get there. So let me do my 8 single crochet. We'll go ahead and here we go. This is 2. Need to adjust here. 3. Okay, so I got my 8 single crochet right here in this, as you can see. It's kind of difficult, and I'm really trying, guys. This is brand new to me to use this extra camera. So you want to take, if you do this, pull this one. And you see how one got real short? We stop. We stop there. And we grab this short one here. See, make sure you can see that. The shorter one. And we tighten it. Real tight. Okay? Now you got this extra loop, but you still have a tail. But if you pull the tail, so that is a double looped like magic ring. I don't know its actual name, but I find that to be real tight. I find that you don't end up with the loop opening up like you'll see many times with a magic ring. So I like that too. Now, the way I use this yarn is I've already done one round here, and I really wish I could lock that focus, but done one round, and I'm going to set this here. So now I'm starting round 2. So this string that pokes out towards me is indicating round 2 to me when I go. So now I'm going to go into that first stitch, and round 2 says 2 single crochets. So that means 2 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So we'll have a total of 16. So you want to get this very first stitch. Remember, we're not joining. These are worked in continuous rounds. So that's 2 in the first, just like that. Okay. And we're going to do that all the way around till we have 16. And we'll come right back to that string, and that'll help you. That's a good stitch marker. I like to start on the second round because that way I can count by 2s, and I'll show you how I can count by 2s then as we build this up. And I'm going to double count this because I've been talking, but just to be sure, I want to make sure I have the right amount of stitches in here. So, and that's okay. That is okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. But during these first few rounds, because we're going to be doing the legs and the ears and everything all in this body, this particular pattern, you kind of want it to be accurate. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. Now, I take that yarn that I laid there from the back, and I bring it forward. Like so, right in there. Sorry. Bogart, that's enough. Sorry. He likes to talk a lot, and anytime somebody walks down the street, he's talking. Okay. So now this round, we're going to do a single crochet in the first stitch and 2 into each stitch after that. So remember, we pulled this brown that I used here as a marker forward, 1 single crochet to start. All right, now 2 into this, 2 into the next stitch. I'm sorry, this is live and people like to walk our neighborhood. 2 more here. He's a little dog, but he thinks he's a big boy, of course. So anyways, as I was saying, I invented this pattern because I like to give out little things. And there is a Facebook group, multiple, I believe, that you can get involved with. They're called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. Some are based by country. Some are even all the way down to the city, I believe. I just belong to, I believe, Random Acts of Crochet Kindness USA. We hide little things like this in public with a little note that says, I'm free, take me, hope I made your day, kind of thing. And people will post that they found it, and it kind of makes your day as a crafter to see that your little toy is brightened up somebody's day. I know it's silly sometimes. Okay. So there we go. This round, we should now have 24 stitches, and I'm going to double check because, like I said, I talked the whole time. And I do have 24. So now this is round 2. This is round 3. And as we go across, we're going to go back over, round 2, round 3. We're going to lay this to the back, and it becomes 4. And round 4, we're just going to do single crochet all the way around. So I'll show you here. This is round 2. And I'm on round 4. That bar equals 2. So 2 plus 2 would be 4, and so on and so forth. So this round, just single crochet all the way around. And I'll meet you back at the beginning after you've got 24 single crochet knocked out, and we will move on to our next page of instructions. Ooh. Hey. Nice to see you, Sarah. I just saw you. I just saw that. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, he goes crazy for everybody who walks up and down these streets. Are you working on any projects today, Sarah? just watching. I am currently also working on a lot of giveaways I'm going to be handing out up in Astoria when I go up in the next weekend. So this is a little break from that. Okay, now we're going to go into round 5. Yeah. We're going to start working on our legs coming up here. So if you know what a bobble stitch is, I'll walk you through that too. We're going to do the first 5 single crochet though. That's 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Now I do it in the front loop only because it really makes these little legs pop up a little bit more. It's hard to see that. If you work them in the front loop, it makes them stand out a little bit more. So, ooh, fun. Ribbit. So, let me show you here. Going, get it to focus a little. Right into the front loop here with a double crochet. That's how you can start that. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and draw through 2. We're going to do that total of 4 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on my hook. Yarn over and pull through all those. And you've completed your first 4 DC bobbles. So we're going to do 3 more single crochet. This is back in both loops again. Unless it says front loop only or back loop only, I am always working in both loops. So we did 3, and we're going to do another 4 DC in the front bobble. Or 4 DC bobble in the front loop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's that. And then we got another 14 single crochet to go. That should bring us right back to the beginning again. 3, 5. Ooh. I have got some extra googly eyes. I'll run you a pair if I get into town anytime soon, Sarah. I picked them up at Walmart. I think I picked them up at Amazon too. Sarah in our comments is talking about the googly-eyed octopus, which is made with, I might actually have a pair right here in my, yes, googly eyes. Oop, I'm always in the wrong spot. We crocheted an octopus into these a week ago. I'll have to bring you a set of eyes. Lucky you live close. Okay, round 6 through 9. See, 2, 4. We're working into now 6. That just makes it 2, 4, and bar 6. 6 through 9 are just worked evenly. So just single crochet on around there. I'm interested to see how this ribbit looks like. Is it just a little frog or is it a big frog? Oh, thank you. I've got some, I've also got some patterns I was thinking about doing in the future. I do have a sloth from the movie The Goonies I thought about doing a little video on. That might be fun. Get some people involved with that one. I've got a lot of patterns. I'm trying to think of short little things though. Oh, nice. The little frog. So that's my round 6 already knocked out. So again, I'll show you again how this kind of works out. When you start and you place this, when you start your second round, it marks your second round. And if you do this kind of weaving back and forth with the stitch marker yarn, you can go count by 2s by going, this was round 2, this is round 4, this is round 6. Ooh, nice. A headband size ribbit. I gotta find that. Bring my arm back down here. These kitties are actually all destined for My daughter-in-law works at Head Start as a teacher, and I guess somebody saw some of my stuff at an event somewhere, and she mentioned them, and the kids were like all excited because they'd seen them at events locally. So I'm making, I think, 15 cats. So doing this is helping me meet my quota that I need to get met by the middle of June for this school so these can go home with the kids. I'm thinking I might try some. I've been only making cats with stripes or no stripes, but like I have changed it up in like with yarn. Like you could use a variegated yarn and get like a stripy cat that way. You could also do um, just change colors here and there and do more of a calico look with these. It's all up to you. Your imagination is really your only limitation with toys. That's what I love about them. Ooh, you're going to post it in your Facebook stories. Perfect. I'll check that out afterwards. Ooh, I try to be careful. Some yarns like these acrylic yarns, you can get a lot of different colors in, but you can split them sometimes. I think some people know what I mean. You accidentally stab through the yarn as opposed to grabbing the yarn, and then it splits up and you have a mess. So you want to always fix that. Always fix any split yarn. I've seen all kinds of gadgets. I've been watching. Oh, I'm so glad. I've been looking forward to this. I've been nervous about it because I was like, is it all going to work? Is it going to stream? And I'm glad it did. I almost did a practice run last night just to see if it would work. But oh, that would be a good one. Let me see if this works. I know on my other show with my hey, there we go. On my other show, I'm able to do that. That works. I do a movie show also, so but it's a different whole other platform. That is sweet. Yeah, variegated yarn. That would be nice. It would be real nice. I've made some bigger ones. I also have a pattern for this. I've made that's a larger size. You could use maybe a G or an H hook, maybe a G, maybe an H. Depending on your tension, the Dollar Tree has some fabulous yarn by a brand called Premier, and they also sell outside of Dollar Tree. It's not a Dollar Tree brand of yarn, but they also have like a chenille or a velvety yarn. I've made a lot of toys out of like this, and they are just super cuddly and popular. People love the velvety yarns, the chenille yarns. They feel so good, and it makes a little bit bulkier project. So just hook up a size or two, not bigger than the yarn calls for. Hey, that right on. Do it. That's awesome. If you don't already, you need to go call, I think it's just SP Storyteller, right, Sarah? Is how it's on TikTok? Find her over on TikTok. She does a lot of lives and all kinds of fun stuff. Yes. People that don't know, also another good resource for crocheters uh, is Ravelry.com, Ravelry. I hope I spelled that right off the cuff. .com, and they have some fabulous patterns, crochet, knit. I list some of mine through there so people could find them. I think there's even machine knitting patterns, loom stuff. Any type of fiber craft is pretty much there. So yeah, it's nice. 2, 4, 6, 8, and here we go. Number 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, round 9. I just finished. So now I'm doing my next round of little leggies. So we're gonna do single crochet 5. Hey, anytime. Especially if you're gonna be doing crafts. I'm on my way. That's my favorite. Okay, I got my 5 in, and now I'm gonna do the 4DC bobble in the front loop again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, yarn over and just through the front loop. It just makes it, I feel like it pops it a little bit more. You don't have to if you're uncomfortable with that. Obviously, I'm not gonna say you made it wrong because you didn't. Spinning. Oh, they had spinning on there. Nice. Now I've got 3 more single crochet. And then see, there was our little leggy. I got a drop spindle to make yarn. I learned how to do that from a local lady in Langless, Oregon, a really small town. And she had a wool shop. Her name is, I'm going to say Sandy. My lupus always betrays me, but I'm doubling down on Sandy. And she was just so knowledgeable about everything fiber arts, yarn, wool. I mean, just so smart. I learned a lot from her, and she taught me how to do drop spindle wool to make some of my own yarn. Hi, my daughter's cat. They're nosy. I have a loom, a big, big, big loom, and I have not used it yet. I have to do a little repairs on it. We got it used, and it's a little daunting. It's daunting a little bit because I don't know. I've never loomed on a big loom, but I want to do it. I have used a triangle loom, and I loved that, but that's not the same as using a shuttle and all that stuff. Work in progress. Hey, that's all right. That is all right. I just love crafts. I think it's my mom's fault. She got us into crafts when we were kids and just ever like jewelry and earrings and everything. And to this day, I can't stop making crafts. Boy, you guys, we are cooking through here. Let's get up here to 11. It's head and ears time. Oh, work in progress with a drop spindle. Right on. Hey, but it is worth it. It's so pretty. And I think I've done that twice now. I've done 2 classes. I think I did one at the wool company too, up in Bandon. So, all right. We're going to do 2 more rounds of just single crochet for 11 and 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is round 11. It is fun. I liked the looming class. I actually did the looming class one day when I was also set up at the Grange with my kids. They sell my kids make jewelry. And my daughter's actually just picked up crochet for the first time. I don't know how it took her so long. I've been doing this since I was a kid, but she's really good. In fact, this was her very first crochet pattern that she made, was a Lil Loaf Cat. So I know if we're here and anybody had questions, I'd have been able to walk them right through it, just like I did her. The hardest part is coming up, if I'm being really honest, I think, because the face, the way I designed it is a little bit fiddly. I may redesign this one day. This doesn't exist anywhere written down except for right here in this video. So, ooh, uh, if you want this pattern, this is the only place to see it right now. I haven't published it. I thought about putting it on my blog. I don't think I've done it yet. They have wool fiber. You know what else I got on there was a pattern for free for a spinning wheel. It's called the Dodec, Dodec, and my husband has it mostly built. He got mad at it. So it's sitting in his wood shop. But he did start making me the Dodec, and it's so close to completion. I can almost taste it. So I'm excited. Almost got it. But I'm happy that he even tried it. You have to make like a dodecahedron with pieces of wood to make the wheel instead of actually just cutting a circle. So I think he did really good, personally. Let's see. Oh man, you guys. The next round, we're going to be doing the ears on round 13. Another really good source for wool is Etsy. And if you're local, there is a place called Bethel. I want to say Bethel Farms or Bethel Hill Farms. And I didn't get to go to it because I had something else going on that day, but they just did a walkthrough, like an invitation only walkthrough of her mill. And oh, that would have been so amazing to go and go see her whole yarn process from sheep to wool. Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it being complete. It's just sitting back there waiting for him to cool down about it. I think is what it is, because it's frustrating. He's like, I just should make a circle. I'm like, well, go ahead and do that. Okay, so this next round is round 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. We're going to do 17 single crochet. It's going to get us up to about here, just kind of in the back of the head, because that's going to be our first ear. I will get used to having this camera on my hands. I'm really trying to do it all at like camera on the hands and keeping an eye on the pattern and the chat. So I'm getting there. All right, 2, 4, 6, 9. See, I thought I was on 10. Okay, now if this is correct, I'm gonna just make sure. Should have like 3. Okay, yeah, you should have like 7 stitches left. Now we're gonna work on the front loop again, and you're gonna do just a slip stitch, which is, you insert in here and just all the way through. Then we're gonna chain 1, and in the same stitch, half double crochet, chain 2. Then you're going to do a picot in there, and I just go into the top of that HTC for that one. Like that. And then we're going to half double crochet again into the same stitch. Then we're going to single crochet in both stitches. 5, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Sarah. 4 and 5. And again, we're going to do the ear, but in the opposite direction. See this little ear sticking up? Now we got to make sure it stays out. We're going to do a half double crochet first in that front loop only. Chain 2 picot. And chain 1. Then slip stitch into that same stitch to finish off that ear. And remember, we didn't work those front stitches. All right. Hey, Cora, good to see you. I'm glad you made it. We're just going over the Lil Loaf Cat. We're getting up to the face now. Cora watches our movie show. Sarah is a friend of mine who's local, and she's just tuned in too. It's exciting. All right, so then we're going to do 2 more rounds of just single crochets again. So the trick part is you might want to count it because the ears, you want to make sure you get those stitches behind the ears real good. So I've got 4. Thank you, Cora. 15, 16. Okay, now we don't want to crochet into the actual ear. That is so nice. Thank you. We want to go in front of it. And you might not see the stitch. It's hard to see it. Just find a spot on the other side of the ear that looks like the stitch and go ahead and throw a single crochet into that. And then you've got these 5 you've still got to get. So that was 1. And here's our first of the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5. And then we want to put 1 more on the other side of this ear into what looks like a stitch to you. It's fine. It will be fine. Your mom, needlepoint. My daughter-in-law does cross stitch, the one with the X's in it. It looks like X's to me. That's pretty cool. That's so finicky. I don't like working with needles because I always stab myself. And I do work with needles. I just don't like them. But now, round 15 shouldn't be quite so bad because you've already got those ones behind the ear, so you could kind of just hook it around. It will start to get fiddly when we get to the eyeballs, because if you're using safety eyes, I kind of got to walk you through just a little bit because I don't know if I worded it quite right when I put it in there. I think I did. I give myself a little extra room with the safety eyes because they have a back on them that locks, and you want to make sure that you have enough room to lock that and still work another round of crochet. So that's what makes it kind of difficult with the eyes. But you don't have to use safety eyes. You could always crochet, like embroider them. Just put a couple of black dots on there. Yeah, cross stitch the X. That's right. I've seen some cute ones. I saw some that are like the Oregon Trail that are cross stitch. I like those. They're like you've died of dysentery. Little funny ones from, I guess, my childhood when I think about it. Okay. Round 16, we're going to begin doing our decreases. Oh, I hope if they were a gift, they were really appreciated because I know that's a lot of work. We're going to, on this round, single crochet. And I do invisible decreases or invisible, yeah, is that what they're called? So you insert your hook into the first loop of the next stitch. Then you insert your hook into the first loop of the next stitch. That's two stitches on your hook. Yarn over and draw through both of those. So you now got your original loop in that one loop. Yes. I find them on Amazon better than I could find them on Walmart. And if you get to Bandon, So Crafty has a small selection of safety eyes, but I get a really good deal on Amazon for them. Like I got like this whole box of like, I don't know, maybe 100 eyes for $8 maybe. It wasn't terribly expensive. So single crochet, then decrease again, and I go in the front loop, then I pull a loop through. It's the invisible decrease. Makes it a little tighter, doesn't give you quite a gap, but such a big goopy decrease. I guess that's the best way. A goopy decrease. A big lumpy mess. And these counts aren't really, at this point, it doesn't really matter if you're on the right count. You could be a little bit off because it just really doesn't matter. You're just decreasing at this point. The final round, I add those extra stitches in there, really just to give me that wiggle room with the safety eyes. If you can do it by just continuing to decrease, do it. If you can't, then those extra 3 stitches are gonna make a big difference there. Yes. Ooh, nice. You got to share a picture of those sometime. I got to see what that turned out like. Do you still have them? Oh, wait. To decrease. And also on these last like weird little decreases with the single crochet decrease on this next round for round 17, it's not going to be exactly single crochet decrease all the way around, you know. It's going to end maybe a little off, and that's okay. It's okay. It can end on a single crochet. So getting that stuffing down in there a little bit more. Got a fat little loaf cat here, little chunky little loaf. Okay, now we're going to go round 17, a single crochet and single crochet 2 together again. And like I said, I think this one ends on a single crochet, and that's okay. Because we're just reducing, but you don't want to reduce so fast that it just bunches up is what I'm going for here. Let's see. Getting there. Just bring my arms back down. Sorry, guys. I need like a thing that mounts on my shoulder, maybe. I don't know. Over my shoulder. Yeah, it's going to end with just a single crochet, and that's okay. So this little bit's not terribly easy because it's eyeballs. And now, before we place the safety eyes for round 18, you're going to do 3 single crochets. And that, like I said, is just to give you this little bit of wiggle room, because I'm going to show you where I'm going to put this. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out my stitch marker, because I'm only going to reduce maybe 4 times after this. So it's no big deal. So to pull out those stitch markers, you just grab a hold and yank. That's nice. Okay, so here's my eyeballs. And I try to get in line with the ear a little bit, like right there. That would be cool. I need to find some sort of a camera tripod. Yeah, I have a tripod, but then I have a table in front of me with the computer, and then trying to get a tripod between my legs or around a table was a little difficult. So I'll get it figured out these days. Head hooks and the looming, but that's different. Oh, that's totally different because you cross stitched it. That's nice. I'll have to find that. Okay, so here's where I put the eyes, just kind of in line with these little ears here. And to be honest, I think if you really wanted to take my design and turn it into a little piggy, you probably could. I think it would probably work. Just change the way you sew your stuff. So these are the backs of the, can't get it in the frame, safety eyes. They're just a circle, a little donut, basically. I did that all well. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, so see how close that is to that edge? That's why I say you get those extra 3 stitches, gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Now I'm just going to reduce this the same exact way with that invisible decrease a few times. We'll see how many I actually do, because I just say decrease till you're comfortable with closing a hole. So here's 1. And 2. Oh, thank you. 3. Yeah, I think I do about 4. I think 4 feels good. After that, you should have about 6 to 7 stitches maybe here. So, okay, here's where we're going to finish this off here. Just give it a little snip. And pull that out. And this one probably needs a little bit more stuffing in the nose. So I will pack a little extra in there just to kind of keep it from being too stumpy. And I think you are too. Yeah, I think you might be talking about the loom ones. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so just, grab a hold of some stitches here and sew it around, in and out, in and out. Pretty sure you probably know this bit. I'll tug. And I'll put it through here. They have kind of a flat little face because they're a little loaf. And I'll just stick it through a couple stitches here and weave it into the body and forget about it, because it should not come undone at any point, to be honest. It's pretty sturdy by the time you've done all this. And then I do there. That'll work. Okay. Next, just a couple more steps. So you've already got legs, you've already got ears. All we need is a little tail. That won't take too long. Then we'll do our little bits on the end. This one, I don't generally mark. I just count it out. It's magic ring 5, and you could do the double loop magic ring again, or you could do your single loop. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm doing the double because it's just habit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And remember, if it's a double, you pull it a little bit, see which one shrinks, grab that shrunk one and yank it. Then pull your tail. There you go. Now, Because I'm only doing 5 rounds and I know that 5 times 5 is 25 and I've already got 5, I'm just going to count to 25. So I've got 5 and I'm starting 6 right here. And I know it's finicky, it's tight, but it's okay. It will pay off. 7. And this doesn't have to be perfect either. A little more, a little less, that's fine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 19, 20. I like those looming kits. Those are fun. And there's so many neat things you can do with those too. I saw somebody had a really big one. I was mind blown at the things they can make these days with the loom kits. And this is about 24. Okay. This little inside tail from the magic ring, because I doubled it, doesn't need to hang out there. And a little snip. Now on the tail, I'll go like this. I'll just do a little loop through it like this and right back out where it came out, just to kind of this. You don't want to tighten it. You don't want to stuff it. You want to leave it pretty round. And then I go back. I look at the top of the head is how I line this up. I look at the middle of the head and I just go back to about there. So go here. And since there's only 5 stitches, it doesn't take a lot to sew this on, and it's not a sharp needle. So that works for me. Let's see here. You can have a lot of fun with these. You can make a tailless cat. If you, like I said, if you want to make a pig, I might do like a chain 10, and then in each chain do 2 or 3 single crochet, and it'll give it a little curly cue to it. And then you could just put little dots on the front for a nose as opposed to the whiskers that we're going to sew. And you can have a little piggy. Any color you wanted, piggy. And just like all the other stuff when you finish up, weave it through a few pieces of work to kind of lock it in. Nobody will notice. Nobody will notice. Okay. And out that one goes. Now is the fun part. And I am going to use this pink that I was afraid wouldn't really show up. It's not really, it's like a fluorescent pink orange. And it really does not. This is orange. I can't explain it. It's a fluorescent pink. So I'm going to add that on this blue. And that's going to be its opposite color, because that feels fun. It's salmon. I don't know. Electric hot red. I don't know what the color is. Hot red, maybe. Okay. Now, let's see here. What are we doing here? Here's where I say you use a length of contrasting yarn for your facial features, stripes, and more. Attach your tail and body, which we just did. So here we go. I start at the face, because why wouldn't I? I'll come in off the side of the head just somewhere. Make sure you're getting into a gap between these stitches so you're not going to get bound up, because I'm going to bring the yarn back to there to finish it off. And I will go right about here, I think. Right about there. Oof, keep bumping that. I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, leave this little bit out. We're going to do an X. So we're going to go like to there. Go across underneath. So see, straight down. We're going to be coming out straight down. Okay. And this one, we're going to go straight up, just opposite there, right above, right in line, right there. And then I come up to right up here in front of the ears. And I go 3 stitches over. And now every one of these I go back just 2 rows. But this is all up to you, how much you do, how much you don't do, how many stripes your cat has or doesn't have. It's all you. I try to go out just a little bit more, a little bit until you get to about the midline, and then I bring it back up. Like, so it kind of does like a saddle kind of a look. Just try to make sure you stay sort of in line, and you should be okay. So that's 2 more. This looks really good with this blue, I got to tell you. If I do say so myself, I like it. I'm going to start going back there. I like that color together. It's real vibrant. Okay, and then I'll do one more across the little bum here. Ooh, that was off. I got to fix that. It's got to be right, you guys. I'm sorry. One too many. Let's see. So there we go. That's better. Okay. That was off by a row, and that would have just irritated the life out of me to be off. It's just me. Like I said, everybody is different. And some people actually, I've come to accept this in life. There are people that believe that your crochet should have mistakes in it. They believe that is like, because you're not God, that it's divine to have mistakes. It does. It really pops. I wish this color would be easier to see on this camera. I didn't get the tail quite right, but you know what? It's a cat. It's okay. I am giving my kitty a little no spot on the back. I like giving animals little butthole. Same way you do the nose, just a little X. And you could change that color. It doesn't have to be the pink that I chose. The pinky, orangey, red color. And some people are really offended by this. So depending on your audience, you might not want to sew a backside on your kitty. I made them both ways. Now, I don't like to weave. Like I said, I don't like to sew any more than I absolutely have to. So I have this little sticky thing that's I can't find my camera. There it is. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons dice, and it has a sticky thing on the end. And it's not meant for this, but it was purchased exactly for this. And just poke that in there. And that is a Lil Loaf Cat. And it's so cute. It's so cute, you guys. It's pocket sized. How could you not? Thank you, Troy. It's good to see you. Troy just came in. Troy watches our movie show too. Look at how cute he turned out, Troy. Little kitty cat. So that was, I'm going to go ahead and turn off this other view here. That was our crochet show. The first one, the first one through here. I also want to invite everybody to tonight in just a little while. I'm also going to be showing the movie Short Circuit to our movie group. So you're all welcome to join us there too. Just follow dot.cards/nondaywalker, dot.cards/nondaywalker, and follow the Saturday night link. If you're on the West Coast, it's 4:30 today. We'll be starting the show. And the movie will actually start closer to 5 because I do run previews. And we are watching a serial movie, the fourth and final of Suburban Sasquatch. So you're welcome to come join us. And I hope that you guys had fun today learning how to make a little loaf cat with me. Thank you, Cora. I know it's so cute. I really do love these little kitties, and they're so simple. They're really, what did that take us? 50 minutes? It would be faster if I wasn't talking. I could pop these out in about 30 minutes. So you guys, I hope you had fun. Please come back again. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know some of the things you'd like to see me try to make in these short amounts of time and let you guys and teach you guys how we're going and what we're doing as we're going along, I guess. I have some plans in the future for some upcoming, maybe in 2 weeks, because I'm not going to be in town next week. So thank you for joining me for Stitch and Chat. Until next time,